Okay, so I want to share something with y'all, a revelation that I got just this morning in regards to the term gaslighting. Now, when I typically hear the word gaslighting, it's always in regards to a romantic relationship, but I want to talk to y'all from a non-romantic context. But let's just make sure we are all on the same page about what the word gaslighting means. So according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, gaslighting is psychological manipulation of a person, usually over an extended period of time, that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts, perception of reality, or memories, and typically leads to confusion, loss of confidence and self-esteem, uncertainty of one's emotional or mental stability, and a dependency on the perpetrator. So as I said, gaslighting, I've realized, can also be something that happens in the non-romantic context, and I have experienced that. In other words, let's just call it what it is: wasting your time. Now, I believe it's in Ephesians chapter 4, where the Apostle Paul, who has written that book to the church at Ephesus, tells the people the days are evil and we are supposed to be redeeming the time. That applies to us today. I've come on here countless times and shared with you guys that we are in a new era of God's glory, and we know that the Father isn't evil, but we do know that wicked systems do exist, and that if you're not careful, you will find yourself on the wrong side of a system that is not meant to cause you to prosper. But if you are on the Lord's side, then you will get exactly what the Father meant for you to get when you get it. But the thing about it is, there are things that God has commanded us to do that require someone else's participation. In other words, you can't do life alone, right? There are some things you can do solo dolo, but in other times you're going to need somebody's help. And you need to make sure that the person that you are working with to help you accomplish what the Father has commanded you to do is not gaslighting you, right? They are not wasting your time. We ain't got time to waste, y'all. I don't say this from a place of, oh, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, you know what the Father has commanded you to do. And you know that there are consequences when we disobey God. Yes, we have grace, but mercy is a mystery. In other words, you don't know when you will receive mercy. You don't know what you will receive God's mercy for. So let's not play games and finish what God has told us to do. But again, if you're working with somebody to accomplish the assignments that the Father has given you and they are gaslighting you, they are not doing their holding up their share of the bargain, then you need to separate yourself so that you can ensure that everything the Lord has told you to do, that it gets done at the appointed time. So please, you should not be wasting time, but certainly don't let nobody else waste your time while you sit there and you see it with your own two eyes and then just kind of sit on your hands and just assume you got to be at a disadvantage. We are disciples of Christ Jesus. We are supposed to have the more advantageous position at all times.